Welcome everyone, there is a really cool announcement I just want to share with you, but let's present the players first. In the color green playing as the Ottomans, it is Callisto, also known as Myriad, facing his opponent in the color red playing as the Order of the Dragon. It is David Kim, also known as Puppy Paw. Welcome everybody to another Age of Empires forecasted game. Hope you're enjoying those. If you do, don't forget to give a like and subscribe. Let's get right into the announcement. I hope you know the kid, Valdemar, because he just made a video about an announcement where he will have a Discord server where he will put some coaching services where along other pro players or better experienced players where you can find them there. Usually it's very hard to find them. Sometimes you see a Reddit post here and there, or sometimes you pop into the stream and you see like, hey, I'm offering coaching services. It's like, oh, that's cool. I didn't know about that. Well, now it's a really cool place and I've seen very, very cool people there. You see Core, you see Don Artie, you see Valdemar himself, and a bunch of others. And of course, Myriad playing as Callisto now. Playing as the Ottomans, but that name as Callisto reminds me of that Callisto Protocol. But anyway, it's really cool because I like the fact that people are organizing this stuff. You know, coaching has been there for a while. Everyone knows that. It's no surprise that some of these players do offer coaching. So it is really nothing new, but at the same time it is new that I think it's for the first time we see like a dedicated space for people who are offering those those coaching services in one area where you can just find any particular player you like his playstyle. Maybe you like anything specifically about him, or maybe you like his way of teaching or anything like that. You can find them there and it's really cool. It is really cool. I put a link in the description where you can just join the Discord. So let's get back into the game because we're about to see some action. The Ottomans are already going with the first spearman here, just directly. Hopefully he has scouted this area. He doesn't know about it. He doesn't know about it yet. Basically Puppy Paw did a very risky move. He opening up with a deer, which is something that Order of the Dragon players like to do a lot because just they gather the food really fast and probably will think about skipping the feudal age. And looks like Puppy Paw is already predicting what his opponent is gonna do, and he's just gonna put an outpost there. He's gonna be very safe for the moment. Now Myriad doesn't know about this, so he's going directly into the gold. And I think as soon as he sees the deer carcass here, he's gonna go there and try to push some of these villagers. Unfortunately for him, the tower is already there, so there's not much he can do about it. And these villagers are quite tanky, so they don't need to move for a while. Like, they have 65 HP. At the same time, Archon Chapel next to the deer and the gold. Beautiful spot here. Looks like he will have to just torch the Archon Chapel for now. That's the best thing you can do at the moment. Meanwhile, let's take a look at his base. He's aging up with a twin minaret address. As always, you know, the go-to landmark for the Ottomans. They just have a safe food resource in their base for the rest of the game, which is really cool. Very good. And looks like Myriad has failed into, you know, getting some value out of the early military school that he wanted to have first. You know, at the same time, you need to build it anyway, right? There are some cases where you don't necessarily build a military school at the beginning. For example, against English, you don't do it just because the villagers shoot arrows and just the spearman. The Dark Age spearman is just not gonna do anything about it. So in those cases, you don't really see much military school openings just because your spearman will be doing nothing, just like here. They are pretty much doing nothing. Looks like he's trying to push the deer out. A little bit of a slow reaction here, just because Now his opponent's already pushing enough deer around the Akon Chapel. This is a beautiful spot for the Order of the Dragon. You have the deer, have the stone, have the sheep around here, has the gold, and has an outpost as well. So he's gonna be having the time of his life. Not only that, he's already 600 foot, and I don't know if his plan is to age up to Castle Age, but he definitely looks like it's on the plans. It's on the plans for sure. And he's going naked for sure. He's going naked, and he's gonna have to defend himself with some villagers. On Myriad side of the map, you see another military school coming. We already see the Sipagi already changed the military school. Gonna produce those units for free. Gonna send them here directly into Poppy Paws area. Now this Akon Chapel is like, I don't know how to explain it. This is beautiful. I never seen such a good placement for Akon Chapel in a long time. I mean, they do good placements, but I never see like so many resources in one area. It's like, oh my god, it's quite a it's quite beautiful to witness this at this point in the game. Well, let's take a look at the Ottoman. Have the stable going on. Looks like he will want to fight in the field age for a while. Let's take a look at his... you can take a look at the villager distribution here on the top, just to see where these villagers are allocated. So you can copy the build order if you want, or have a guess of what they're trying to do with their economy. It looks like Myriad is trying to play a little bit more in the feudal age. Meanwhile, Papi Pao is gonna be aging up really soon. He have enough gold for it, and he have enough food, and looks like it's gonna... We're gonna see a burger. We're gonna see a burger, and we don't really see that very often with the Order of the Dragon, because it's just not... First off, the value you get from the Regnif Cathedral is just amazing. Like, double the value of all those relics that you get, especially when you go to Castle Age really fast. It's hard to beat. But the second thing is, this Burgrave is different from the Holy Roman Empire. This Burgrave doesn't produce at, I think it's like 400% faster, right? Is it 500 or 400? This one is only 30% faster. And it's just, you know, not the same. Let's just call it that way. This is really not the same. So I'm really curious to see how this goes for Papi Pao now that he went for a burger. And definitely he needs some military. That we can all agree. We can all agree that Outpost gonna get in placement soon. It's gonna be sprinkled in placement, securing all these resources around it. Gonna try to move probably this sheep around here, just so that they are not outside the range of the Outpost. But anyway, let's take a look at Myriad's base. 2 military schools. Not having the third one yet, not getting the points so far, but they have the blacksmith. He looks like he's already set up to start fighting, and this is a point in the game where the Ottomans will just keep sending a lot of units. Managed to get 1 villager, 2 villagers go down. Looks like the third one will go down as well. Didn't manage to take the third one. Looks like the Sipagi will go back, and now with this sprinkled in placement, it's gonna be really hard for Myriad to push into this area. Now this is a very important position for Papi Pao. He's covering a lot of resources, and technically the villagers cannot garrison. You know, it's only enough space for all of them, so only 5 here. So he's gonna put another outpost just to be sure. It looks like we see the first man-at-arms joining the battle. It's gonna be the early man-at-arms, not gonna be upgraded to veteran yet. Looks like Myriad will keep pushing. Managed to take down another villager. Meanwhile, sprinkling placements works beautifully for him. Do we see a monastery for Papi Pao? No monastery yet. He's not gonna be able to pick up relics yet. He needs some map control at the moment. It's like the wolf is working for Papi Pao at the moment. And looks like these man-at-arms is just gonna keep going here. Look at this chat. It's just have so much HP. It's just gonna be tanking all the damage. Even again, attacking against the wolf. The wolf is joining the party. Amazing stuff. Now we see... Oh my god. What a beautiful Icon Chapel we're seeing here. Man at Arms gonna be going down finally. And now more Man at Arms are starting to produce from the burger. Still no upgrade yet. Never mind, these are already upgraded. Never mind. +1 range armor coming for Myriad, and looks like he's starting to produce more and more units, having 13 archers, 4 Sipahi. It looks like he will play in the field age for a longer time, have another stable here, so looks like he's gonna be having a good time. Let's take a look at the income per minute. Papipao just catching up with the eco upgrades, just researching Wheelbarrow. He had a very good timing with that Castle Age. Extremely good, actually, considering Order of the Dragon is kind of like a lower civilization compared to the Holy Roman when it comes to the economy. They did it very fast. But he did that at the cost of not having eco upgrades, so we're gonna see those coming up really soon. Another sprinkling placement around here, and looks like Papipao's economy will be safer for now. Only having a bunch of Man at Arms, but these guys are no joke. These guys have a lot of HP, a lot of attack, and they do very good against everything you see here. All the archers, all the Sipahi. Spearman already here. It's harder than Spearman, not veterancy yet. It looks like it's gonna be enough. This guy has a lot of damage, like 12 plus 40 against cavalry, so only this guy is enough to protect there. Meanwhile, Man at Arms just taking down those archers, and look at how fast these archers die under a couple of sprinkle in placement outposts, and those Man at Arms, they just decimated. A Myriad is just keep pumping units. More units coming for him. He's not planning to go to the Castle Age anytime soon. Just let's fight in the Field Age. Now it's just gonna get harder because Papipao is just basically doing Man at Arms only challenge. And while, you know, the Ottomans have the numbers advantage, they lack a little bit of DPS. Look at these units do 6 damage, and these guys have 4 range armor, so they do 2 damage each hit. It's likely from him. Papipao doesn't have blacksmith yet. Oh my god. Now we know why this was coming. Now we know. The Suabia is coming up for Papipao. And with that, it doesn't only get the villagers, the villager production up, but another thing that's happening for him is he can get outposts with cannon emplacements, which can be very hard for Myriad to actually push. And he's going for it. He's already halfway there with the Palace of Suabia. I think it's the first time I see a fast Imperial coming up from the Order of the Dragon. Usually we see it with the Holy Roman Empire, and due to all the circumstances, usually you don't see a fast Imperial just because it's very risky. It's a risky move for sure. There you go. Now Papipao will be, for now, recovering the villagers he lost at the moment. He lost 14 villagers, which is huge. But that number is not gonna matter much for Myriad if he continues to pump villagers every 8 seconds. It looks like his Sipahi come here, and now he's taking a villager, but at what cost? You're just losing more army numbers. Now more villagers are coming here. A couple of sprinkle emplacements just makes things really hard for you to push into Papipao's base. Meanwhile, Myriad just building a battering ram. Probably will need more battering rams because you will need to deal with the emergency repairs. There you go, another battering ram coming for him. Well, let's take a look at his production. He's already committed. You know what? let's fight. Feudal Age against Imperial Age. Do these guys have... They don't have upgrades yet. Relics just being captured just now. And just like that, Puppy Paw is surviving. And the longer the game goes, the worse it will be for Myriad. Already 15 minutes into the game, and you're still in the Feudal Age, meaning you're committed to fight here. There is no going back. You cannot just go back and go into Castle Age, because that will just give enough time for Puppy Paw to recover. So you have to go. There is no other choice for him. You just have to go 4 battering rams, 43 military units, and at this point, just pray for the best. This is gonna be a tough one. This is gonna be a really tough one for Myriad. Archers, remember, they do have the buff from the mech there. They will have attack speed for them. 15% attack speed, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. It's gonna work really good for him. Meanwhile, no blacksmith upgrade for Puppy Paw, which is a very good thing for Myriad. Let's see how this goes on his attempt to deep dive into the main economy of Puppy Paw. Looks like Janissary Company was called. Gotta be careful not to lose those Janissary against those arrows. It looks like he's calling all the villagers here. They don't care about the villagers. Villagers do not value that much now when you have Palace of Suabia. It looks like he's pushing with everything he got. Looks like the outpost will go down. One outpost already went down. Second outpost is gonna go down. And looks like this is not in the range. Never mind, emergency repairs already got called for this outpost, but looks like he won't be able to use it again. Villagers just burning those rams. He doesn't care about losing the villagers because he can produce those villagers every 8 seconds. While Myriad just pumping units. And against a very, very greedy move from Puppy Paw. Keep pushing into the Suabia. And with the Suabia going down, Puppy Paw won't be able to recover those villagers. He needs to protect this Suabia at all costs. The problem is he only has 2 military units, no outposts around here, and a couple of rams are already alive. Janissaries just protecting whatever is it that is around this area. And looks like this ram is gonna go down. I mean, killing villagers here is great and everything, but you need to take down Suabia. If you don't take down Suabia, you still can't win the game. You still can't win the game at this point. You need to take down this bad boy. Emergency repairs can get called again, and this makes things really hard for him. More man-at-arms coming here. These are not elite yet, so they're just gonna be Castle Age units. Emergency repairs got called here, and more rams are being built here. Meanwhile, let's take a look at Myriad space. Just pumping more and more units. More and more gold, and looks like he's trying to go castle at the same time. We're 60 military units against 11. Puppy Paw, keep pumping those villagers. Looks like he's gonna go for a stun. A keep will work very, very good for him here. Janissaries just doing a great job against those man-at-arms, doing what the archers cannot do. You need to protect those Janissaries at all costs. Rams gonna be moving backwards again. Gotta be careful not to lose them this time. Meanwhile, a couple of man-at-arms, it's the only thing that Puppy Paw has. At the same time, he's aging up with the MIA just to get those free siege units. And the push continues. Palace of Suabia already halfway there. Sipahi just going to hunt some villagers. And Puppy Paw taps out. Well played by these two players. Hope you enjoyed this match as much as I did. And I will see you in the next one.